This video is brought to you by Do It.
Action.
Hey guys, it feels so good to be back. The Barberstyle Directory YouTube channel is officially back up and running. And as you can see, things look a lot different, but don't worry, I'm going to show you guys all the renovations in another video. So if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe and be sure to click the notification bell so that way you know whenever we release new content. And now, let's jump right into the video. Cue the intro. Welcome back, guys. Today here we have Felicia. Now I actually cut her hair in another video and I'll put the link to that video in the description below. But today she's going to be getting a fade on the sides and then I'm going to put a design on the right side of her head. Alright, we're going to start this haircut out with the lever fully open on the clipper and we're going to go up to the occipital bone with the fade. And women like a soft fade, so we're not going to make the fade bald, we're just going to make it nice and smooth. And you can see right here, I'm taking the clipper up to the occipital bone. We don't want to go much higher than that. So right here, I'm going to take the 1.5 guard and we're going to go up to the ridge of her head. So we know we're not going to go higher than a 1.5. And the lever here is fully closed. We just want to make sure that we get it nice and even. And here we're going to take the 0 guard with the lever fully open and go up under that 1.5. Every few strokes that you go with the clipper, make sure you also go with the comb to make sure the fade is nice and even. And here we close the lever and go up under the 0 guard fully open. And like I said, with this type of fade, you don't want to get an extremely tight fade. You want to make it more smooth. You know, women like a soft look, so you don't want to make it too harsh. So right here, we have the 1 guard with the lever halfway, going right up under that 1.5. So everything will just fully blend in. And if you pay attention, you'll see me fully close the lever to erase that dark line to make a smooth transition. And right here, I'm just taking the 0 guard again, just doing some touch-up work. You know, you may see a few dark spots. People may have dents in their head. You just want to make sure you get the blend as smooth as possible. And then right here, this is a very important step to blend in the haircut. You just want to take the clipper with no guard on with the lever fully open and just blend all of the haircut together. And as you see right here, I just saw a few more dark spots, so I just went back and, you know, touched that up. And here we're just going to proceed on with the lineup on this side. Like I said, nothing too harsh. This is a female, so you want the haircut to look really feminine. So the emphasis here is not to make it super sharp. You just want to make it nice and clean. Now this is the emphasis of the haircut. This is putting the part in. So with this part, we're going to make it a contrast. So I'm going to make the line in first. And when you're doing parts, make sure you take your time. That's the main thing. You want it to look nice and clean. So, you know, if you're nervous, if you know you're trying this for the first time, just take your time. And even if you're an expert, just take your time. It'll look better in the end. You want to start the part high enough to where you can get a good contrast. And you'll see what I'm talking about in just a second. And the objective with this right here, you're not trying to get the part super sharp right now. You really just want to make your guidelines for what it's going to look like later. So this is really just a rough draft. All right, so here to make this contrast, all we're going to do is take the clipper with the lever fully open and go right up to that part. You're not gonna go above it, you're just gonna go right up to it. And you know, if people have indentions in their hair, you just have to hold the clipper at different angles just to make sure that you're getting the cut nice and smooth. And here I just apply some holding spray to make the hair stand still. And I'm just gonna go back and touch up the part before I put the razor on it. And as you can see the contrast. And once again, I have to emphasize, I know it sounds like I'm a broken record, but this is a soft haircut. You don't want it to look too harsh. And right here, I'm just softening up the edges just so it doesn't come to a point. I want it to be a soft transition. So that's all you see me doing right here. And like I said, I wanted to place the emphasis on this side, so this is where you see me using the razor a little bit more. And you see how I pull the skin the opposite way that the razor goes? That's how you prevent from nicking someone. Make sure you have a lot of tension on the skin. So that way it's no possibility for the razor to catch the skin and nick anyone. Right here, you see me applying some shave gel. It is mainly for a lubricant so the razor can glide on the skin. The hair's a little bit more tough in this area, so I don't want to risk nicking her. That's why I apply shave gel. And once again, take your time when you're doing parts, especially with a razor. And the part really brings out the transition in the fade also. So on the bottom half, you see how it's light. Then you have the part to divide it, and then on top it's darker. This is really a simple and fun haircut. It gives personality to the person's haircut. And right here, I'm doing the same thing that I was doing to the other side with making the edges a little bit more soft, just so they don't come to a point. See, this is a nice, soft fade. And right here, I'm just putting the finishing touches on the part just to make it pop out a little bit more. You want to get those hairs that are hanging over potentially, so that way when she brushes her hair or styles it, none of the hair that's above the part will come down into the part. That's why it's very important to use your comb. And you don't see me using the full blade. I'm only using like the corner 4 or 5 teeth of the blade. So to see how I style this haircut and also what products I use and how to maintain this hairstyle, visit our website by clicking the link below at barberstyledirectory.com.